Hello, Fairy Emma here. I am ready to read you my magical fairy book called Some Days Are Mashed Potatoes, written by me and illustrated by me. So this is going to be our special time on a Friday for FRIYAY Storytelling Time, and I'm going to read you a little bit from my magic fairy book, and you can read along if you've got one already snabbled a copy. Otherwise, you can sit back and get all snuggly buggly and ready for fairy story time. So today we're going to start off with the first part of the book. So this is where you write in your special fairy name and colour it in, which I haven't coloured mine in yet. I've been a bit fairy slack. And then we go to the dedication, and then we open it up to the first part, which is the fairy prologue. Do you know what a fairy prologue is? Well, it's a little fairy hint to what is going on in the book. Then you find out at the end when you get to the end of the book, and it might help you. So it's like a little fairy dun 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 clue. So, are you ready, my fairy wizards and dragons and magical upside down pixies and princesses and mermaids? We are now going to read the magical prologue of the book. And the best thing about this book is too that you can colour it all in and make it your own, which is really special, so nobody else can nick your fairy book, not even a cheeky hobgoblin with knickers on his head. So let's get to the start of my magic fairy book, and this is called The Dream. A silvery moonbeam lit the rickety wooden porch. Oh, how very delightful. She sprinkled her shrinking dust onto her sparkly flight shoes, and in a wink she had shrunk into the size of a small ladybird. Wow, have you got shrinking dust at home? It's very, very hard to come by because I get mine off the Wibbly Womble Wizard, but I have to do lots of magical fairy helping chores to get it as well. And it's only a tiny little like gum nut full of shrinking dust, so you can sprinkle just a tiny bit and it'll shrink you down, but I haven't got much of it at the moment, so I'll have to do some more jobs for the magically Wibbly Womble Wizard. She flew through the brass keyhole of number 20 Wimbledon Avenue, Humanland. Hi, Humanland. That's where you guys are all sitting now from Humanland, because I'm in my fairy garden at the moment. And she found a special magical flickery glowworm on her hat. And then she pulled out her tooth map. I wonder, what is she about to fairy do, this magic fairy? And flew towards the door with a dancing rainbow unicorn. Have you got anything special on your door in your treehouse? Have you got a star? Or perhaps you've got a teapot? Or your name, so the fairies can find you in your Humanland house. She quietly flitted in through the door and landed softly onto the edge of India Rose's bed. I wonder what she's doing. Have you got any clues yet? She's got a tooth map. She shrunk herself down. She's in Humanland. Nestled beside her limp hand was a handmade fairy pot. Another clue. What would you put in a fairy pot? Would you put a cup of tea? Would you put perhaps your magic jewelry? You could, but I don't think it's that. I can't think what it is. And with a sparkly toothy peg. Oh! I think I know what this tooth is all about. And I think I know what this page is all about. I think it's talking about, you got it, I could hear you saying it, the Tooth Fairy. And a glittery letter addressed to the Tooth Fairy. Oh, wow. Have you lost your teeth yet? Have you written a letter to the Tooth Fairy yet? Do you know what? The Tooth Fairy gets lots of amazing letters. I've actually seen a couple of them, and they look very fabulous because my fairy grandma is a tooth fairy. She is a one busy lady. Let's have a look on the next page, on page number 6, and have a look at the Tooth Fairy letter that Miss Magic Fairy India Rose wrote to her special fairy. It says, "Dear Tooth Fairy, I hope you are well." I think she's very well. It says, "This is my very first tooth I have lost. I hope it is sparkly enough for you." Yep, the Tooth Fairy definitely needs to make sure that it is extra sparkly. And she's asked a few questions. Do you live in a tree? I wonder if she lives in a tree, or I wonder if I know my Tooth Fairy grandma. She actually lives in a magical castle. It's amazing, and it's not made out of teeth. It's made out of sparkly, warkly magic dust. It's amazing. And do you have a pet? My Tooth Fairy grandma, she does have a pet, and his name's called Hufflepuffle, and he's a pussycat. He's all the colours of the rainbow, and he's so amazing, and he can tap dance too. He's so cool. And I have a pet too. Do you guys have pets? Do you have a unicorn? Do you have a cat? Perhaps you have a goldfish, or maybe you have a dog. That's very cheeky and chews things up, because I know my pixie doggy called Willow Me Pants is very cheeky. He likes to chew things all the time. So that's from India Rose, her special magical letter. And then on this page, do you know what? You guys get to write your very own fairy letter to the Tooth Fairy, which is really cool. So you can do all that, colour it in if you've got your own book. If you don't, you can go and buy your fairy book at page 8, or you can in Mornington, or you can buy it on the fairy website too. So on our next magical adventures to FRIYAY Story Time, we are going to read chapter 1. A pickly morning. So this will be the start of the story, and you all need to be ready and snuggly, and then we're going to start reading that whole chapter together. So thanks for joining me at FRIYAY Story Time, and I will see you later when your wings are straighter. So I'll see you soon. Bye. See you later, fairy human lamb. Bye bye.